Hey everybody, it's MotherGoose27 and welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking about something that I've really been wanting to try for a while, but I wasn't able to because Apple wasn't allowing it on their platform, but finally Apple users got access to the beta. So I finally tried Xbox's xCloud. I'm going to break this up into parts like I always do. First, I'm going to talk about the things I really enjoy about it, and then I'm going to talk about the issues I found with it, and then I'll give you guys my final thoughts. So let's get started. Xbox's xCloud is a streaming-based service that's included with Game Pass, and it doesn't have access to the entire Game Pass library, but honestly, it still has a really great library. Just really quick for anyone who may not know, streaming-based gaming services are where you stream the game kind of like how you would stream something from Netflix or Hulu or something like that, except you're actually getting to play the game. So it's not actually downloaded. You are streaming it through the internet, and it is attached to Xbox's servers or Google Stadia's servers. I think Amazon, I don't think it's out, but I think they've got something similar in the works. I was not the biggest fan of this idea, if I'm being just completely honest. I prefer owning it. I prefer being able to download it or have a physical copy, and that way I'm not dependent on internet, because that's really the big thing. If you've got bad internet, this isn't going to work great for you. But I decided I will just give it a try, and I did not expect me to enjoy it as much as I actually do, because I love this so much. It's awesome. I love the ability to just bring up my phone and play a game. It's really nice because there's been a lot of games that I've been really wanting to try, but I didn't want to make room on my Xbox Series X to download them because, one, I don't want to delete games I'm actively playing, and two, I don't want to sit there and download something, have it take up space, and then realize, I don't really enjoy this game. And so xCloud has been awesome because I just look through the library, click on the game, and I'm in a few seconds, maybe minutes, depending on how long it takes to load, I'm playing the game on my phone, and it's great. I really, really enjoy the UI. It looks good, it's easy to navigate, and it's very clear on what games you can play with your phone's touchpad and what games would be better suited actually having a controller. Talking about the controller, I got myself a little clip that I can connect to the phone, because when I first started playing it, I literally was like setting my phone up or like holding it in between my knees while I'm laying in bed playing, and it was just really uncomfortable. So I got this clip to where I could just attach my phone. Again, it's awesome. I really enjoy it. And as I mentioned before, there is a list of games that you can easily play with just the phone's touchscreen, and I have tried that a little bit. I prefer playing with an actual controller, but I have tried it and it works really well. But I definitely prefer the controller. If I'm not streaming or recording gameplay for a video, I've honestly found myself playing more on my phone than on my actual Series X. Mostly just because when I have like casual off time to actually play, it's later at night and I just kind of want to lay in bed. And so every night for like the last week and a half, I have gotten home from working out, showered, obviously, and then turned on my Xbox Series X, turned on Netflix or Disney Plus or Hulu or something, put a show on, then laid in my bed and played on my phone. And why am I holding my controller like this? I don't know. Now, do I think the streaming is better than having an actual console? No, definitely not. I prefer having an actual console, but it's just really nice to be able to just lay in bed and have it right there. And it's really nice knowing that if I'm going on a trip and I don't want to pack up my whole console, I can just take my phone and a controller in the clip. Let's move to some of the issues I have and why I still think consoles are better. So a big thing with streaming-based games is, again, you're dependent on the internet. If your internet's bad, it's gonna work. It's either not gonna work or it's gonna work really poorly. The next thing is controller lag. This is probably my biggest issue with xCloud right now. A couple games I've been playing is Spiritfarer, Wild at Heart. These are more just casual games. There aren't any like quick time events. It's very laid back, fun to play, casual. I've had no problems with these games. If there's any controller lag, you hardly even notice it because, like I said, there's no quick time events. On the other hand, I've tried playing Doom Eternal, Rage, and Curse of the Gods. The controller delay for Doom Eternal and Rage is really, really noticeable, and honestly, for me at least, it made them unplayable. Rage wasn't that bad, but Doom Eternal was just so hard to play. That is not a game where you want things running behind. I literally put it on the easiest difficulty and was still struggling because of it. Curse of the Gods is a little different. I would say overall, it's pretty okay. The combat feels good, movement feels good, but there is a parry mechanic, and you have to get the timing on those parries perfect or else you're gonna get hit, and it was so frustrating doing the tutorial. The rest of the game might not have been bad. I didn't really make it past the tutorial because of this issue, if I'm being honest, because I was just like, I don't want to play a game. I don't want to play this game on my phone and get killed because I can't parry correctly. But the rest of the game, where you're not having to do a certain number of parries to actually continue forward, it might not be so bad. But during the tutorial, I had to do, I think, two to six parries, and it was just so frustrating because of the controller delay. I was able to time it right where I could actually parry correctly, but it still just felt weird, and it just wasn't something I was really wanting to continue on with. So in terms of controller and how well it operates, if you're playing something casual, it is great. I've had no issue. If you're playing something with QuickTime events or anything where you have to be precise, xCloud is not for you. The next issue I've found is every once in a while, it won't load in the audio, which is kind of frustrating. I want to be able to hear my games, just being completely honest. This isn't a frequent issue, but every once in a while it happens, and the only way I found to fix it is to just completely quit the game and reload it, which isn't that big of an issue, but it's still an issue. Those are really my two biggest issues with it. Okay, final thoughts. I would rate xCloud a 7 out of 10 right now. It's really great. I love the portability and that the fact that I could just have it on my phone. I love the fact that I don't actually need a controller. A controller is helpful and it's nice to have, but you can still play it on just your phone. I love how easy it is to access. I love the wide variety of games and that I can just try games. And if I don't like them, I didn't waste time downloading it. I love the UI. It looks great, easy to use. Like I said, I really enjoy the fact that it specifies which games are better for touch controls. On the other hand, there still is audio issues. It is not perfect. It can be buggy sometimes, and the controller delay, this is really the biggest issue. To me, at least, it makes some games unplayable. So like I said, 7 out of 10. I definitely would still recommend it. It is still a beta. It's not perfect. It's worth trying. If you have Game Pass, you're already paying for it. Why not use it? And I'm sure they're going to get a bigger library as time goes on. I have high expectations for xCloud. I do think at some point, streaming games is going to become the main way of consuming video game content. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of that. I prefer being able to download it and not rely on internet, but after looking at this, I can definitely see why people would want this. Once they iron out the issues, it's going to be great. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to join the flock, and I will see you in the next one. Mother Goose out.